Welcome everyone. Lillian Patek will lead us in the pledge, and please remain standing for the middle school honors band playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Please be seated. Good evening, I am Jessica Steers, advisor to the National Junior Honor Society, and I would like to welcome you to our 2019 induction ceremony. Welcome families, friends, faculty, administrators, and members of our school board. We are here tonight to recognize 22 8th grade students who have distinguished themselves in the areas of scholarship, leadership, citizenship, service, and character. They have met the academic requirements, served their school and community, and have withstood the close scrutiny of the Honor Society Faculty Council. The inductees that are seated before you have unique qualities and characteristics. Some of these students are outgoing, and because of their personalities, they have a strong presence in our school, while others I would describe as reserved. These students have a quiet presence in our hallways, but make no mistake about this whole group, their leadership abilities are seen in the classroom and on the fields and on the courts of our school. They are true role models for their classmates. Their character shines as they resist peer pressure, make the right choices, and regularly exhibit respect for others. Their service includes a wide variety of involvement. They have cleaned our beaches, spread awareness about marine pollution, and have grown oysters to improve the quality of our bays. They have made meals for the homeless and provided many volunteer hours at our public library supporting a variety of their programs. Many of these students are animal lovers and have spent hours walking dogs at the animal shelter and socializing the cats. They uplifted the spirits of senior citizens, gone fishing with our veterans, and created anti-bullying awareness programs. Some students have significantly served their respective churches as altar servers, babysitters, and religious educators. Middle schoolers are typically an active bunch, and this group has walked and ran many miles, all across Long Island, over bridges, on boardwalks, and on the streets, raising money for different charities. Inductees have donated their time in working with younger children in the community, volunteering to nurture young people's athletic interests within community programs for softball, baseball, lacrosse, gymnastics, and cheerleading. This year's inductees have exhibited particularly high levels of leadership skills. One student collected clothing, school supplies, shoes, and toys for a family through the Guatemala Resource Drive. Another group of inductees worked with the Suffolk County Association of Women Police on their first ever prom project, where approximately 500 new or gently worn dresses, 75 suits, 100 pairs of shoes, and gift cards were collected. These students have volunteered over 500 hours of service to our school and community in the past year and a half. Tonight's ceremony marks the induction of the 11th group of students to be inducted into this chapter of the Hampton Bays Middle School Junior Honor Society. These students, I am sure, will continue the legacy of leadership, scholarship, citizenship, service, and character that this organization represents. To begin our candle lighting ceremony, I would like to introduce Dante Zangrillo and Brianna Quiros lighting the scholarship candle.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. One who values scholarship knows the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education is ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one of the great elements in life in which leads to the highest success and can be acquired only through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future.
The leadership candle will be lit by Sophia Solano Cruz and Liam Sutton.
A student who demonstrates leadership is resourceful in proposing solutions to problems and making suggestions. A leader promotes school activities and exercises influence on other students in upholding school ideals. He exemplifies positive attitudes and inspires positive behavior in others. He demonstrates leadership in the classroom, in school or community activities, and is consistently dependable in any responsibility accepted.
Lighting the character candle is Zachary Himmelfarb and Christian Cruz.
Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is this force of character which guides one through life and, when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, always striving to make the right choice. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
The citizenship candle will be lit by Lauren Emidio and Elijah Amos.
Citizenship is vital to the strength of our school, our community, and our country. A student who demonstrates citizenship understands the importance of civic involvement and demonstrates mature participation and responsibility. Without citizenship, democracy would not survive. In the words of the late President John F. Kennedy, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. It is the willingness of each person to participate responsibly in the affairs of governing our people.
Finally, Haley Weisbard and Isabel Kane will light the candle symbolizing service.
Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day, many opportunities arise to help others. Students who demonstrate service volunteer and offer dependable, well-organized assistance. They work well with others and are willing to take on difficult responsibilities. A student committed to the idea of service volunteers their time in service to the creation of a better school, community, and a better tomorrow.
At this time, I would like to introduce the leader of the Hampton Bays School District, our superintendent, Mr. Lars Clemenson.
Good evening to all of our special guests, and congratulations to our most special guests tonight, the 22 representatives from the 2019 induction class of the National Junior Honor Society. Mrs. Sears took you through the countless and endless list of things that these young people have accomplished this year and in their time at Hampton Bays Middle School, and it wasn't an exhaustive list. There's a lot of things that we don't see that these young men and women do right every day, and we congratulate them. You represent what's right about public education. You represent what's right about kids today. So we're super excited to celebrate you tonight. I bring congratulations on behalf of the Board of Education. We're represented tonight, and thank our board president, Mr. Kevin Springer, for being here with us on behalf of the Board of Education. And I bring the cheers and congratulations of all of the faculty and administration, and some of the finest faculty members are sitting right here with us. I'd like to also, before I get into addressing our great inductees tonight, I want to welcome Mrs. Sears as our National Junior Honor Society's newest advisor. This organization is 10 years old this year. We belonged to someone else, the high school, before this building was built, and we had to start everything new. We had to buy American flags, garbage cans. We had to do everything brand new at Hampton Bays Middle School, and one of those things was creating a really special National Junior Honor Society that was representative of our culture and our school, the newest school in the district. And Mrs. O'Halloran, our school counselor, was the one who gave life to this organization, and as she prepares to retire this year, we thank her for her service and passing the torch to Mrs. Sears. Mrs. O'Halloran. Since the National Junior Honor Society was founded in 1929, it's established itself as the premier organization in at the middle level that recognizes students who achieve all of those things that Mrs. Sears shared with us: scholarship, leadership, character, citizenship, and what our students so eloquently described to you just a few minutes ago. The National Junior Honor Society exists in all 50 states, Washington, D.C., all the United States territories, and Canada. So you're joining a really special organization. And we say this to students every year because it's important. And if you have older siblings who were in this ceremony before, I see Stephen in the front row there, you've heard me say this before because something funny happens during this process of National Junior Honor Society selection. Every day we teach students not to pass judgment, not to judge one another. But in the world of the National Junior Honor Society, membership in the organization is very restricted. It's reserved for those students who are judged to not only be the strongest students, but the most giving of themselves, who are committed to their country, their community, and the act of service. These are students who excel at being a good neighbor and a good friend. So every day in the news, we're reminded of the importance of being a good neighbor. Every day, we're reminded of the need to work hard and excel in academics and critical thinking. The world we live in today demands that. So in order to pass the scrutiny of the National Junior Honor Society, the bar is super high, and you've reached that tonight, and we congratulate you. For me, National Junior Honor Society's induction ceremony represents a selfish pride, because it's not just an honor for you, boys and girls, and our family and guests here, but it's a mark of pride for the school district. When you look at the Honor Society symbol, the flaming torch and the keystone, you remember that keystone from technology class. It's the most important component of a bridge. It keeps the bridge up. It's the backbone that supports the rest of the structure. And as you heard Mrs. Sears say tonight, all of those activities that these young men and women engaged in help create and support a strong backbone at Hampton Bays Middle School. You make Hampton Bays Middle School great, you make our Hampton Bays community even better. And we count on you for a lot of things. We count on you to be that model student, to befriend those in need, the new student who might join us, to be captains on the team, to be here on the stage waiting for the Wells Fargo wagon. Whatever it is, we count on you to be out there in front. And so tonight we recognize and induct you into this national organization. But as your parents will say, and your teachers and those of us on the stage, tonight's not just about honor and celebration, it's also about responsibility. With tonight's acceptance into the National Junior Honor Society, also great responsibility comes. Our world needs people well beyond the four walls of Hampton Bays Middle School who embody these traits more than ever before. A society of responsible servant leaders who work hard to learn and have a strong character. That's a big responsibility, but you wouldn't be sitting on this stage if we didn't think you could do it. We'll close tonight before we get into meeting each of our inductees. I'll close by wishing you the very best in the final home stretch of your time here at Hampton Bays Middle School. Monday's April 1st. We rapidly blink and we're at moving up ceremony. So as you get into the fourth marking period and all the great things that the spring brings, enjoy every last day here. The high school is equally as excited to welcome you as freshmen, and particularly this group of students, because Hampton Bays High School will continue to be a better place because of you. As we leave tonight, and guests, as we leave tonight, be mindful that this group is a group of unselfish leaders and achievers, and that you're going to continue a legacy of people who come before you in the last 10 years of the Middle School National Junior Honor Society. So please continue to live up to that high standard. My sincere thanks, Mrs. Sears, for a great ceremony tonight, to the Faculty Selection Council, Mr. Shug and Mrs. Fox, and our Board of Education. Congratulations to each of you on receiving this very fantastic honor, and congratulations families, and thank you for being here to celebrate with us.
Next on tonight's program is our middle school assistant principal, Mrs. Fox, who is here on Mr. Shug's behalf.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on a special night of celebration of our middle school students. Thank you again to Mrs. Sears, our school counselor, who advises the National Junior Honor Society, and our counseling secretary, Mrs. Kuhn, for all of the behind-the-scenes details that are so important to the success of this evening. And thank you to the National Junior Honor Society Faculty Council members, who worked together to carefully review our students' applications and selected those that best represent all that the Honor Society represents, and all that is good at Hampton Bays Middle School. Thank you to the Hampton Bays Board of Education, and their attendance here is represented by Mr. Kevin Springer, our Board of Education President. Thank you also to my fellow school and district leaders. We have Mr. Clemenson, Ms. Sullivan, and Mr. Pagano on the stage. And honestly, a big bravo to the Middle School Honors Band. How about another round of applause for them? Thank you, Mr. Demore, for working so much with them. They sounded wonderful tonight. Thank you also to all the parents, guardians, relatives, friends who are joining us this evening in celebration of the success of 22 very special young people. Parents and guardians, the foundation to student success begins at home. Students, please join me now in congratulating your parents and guardians in attendance here with a warm round of applause. This year, we challenged our 8th grade students in our classrooms, programs, and extended day activities. The students to my left have pushed themselves continually to improve, overcome personal challenges, and they continue to aspire to excellence. The young people being recognized tonight have successfully demonstrated that they are leaders. The evidence is clear in their character as scholars, servants, and citizens, both in and out of school. In school today, our students are challenged to be thinkers, collaborators, and problem solvers. The students before you are setting the pace for others to follow. Students, you may wonder now that you have been recognized for this accomplishment, what lies ahead in your futures. Other members of the National Junior Honor Society, through history, have gone on to be members of Congress, professional athletes, and astronauts. They've been writers, inventors, Supreme Court Chief Justices, and Pulitzer Prize winners. They've also been pediatricians, teachers of the year, Olympians, and even presidents of the United States. And like you, these individuals were at one point leaders in their middle school classrooms. Since then, they went on to become leaders in all different career areas, and we know you will do the same. These individuals, like you, were nurtured and supported in their early years at home and at school. They also sat awaiting the judgment on the outcome of their consistent efforts as their dedicated faculty council members deliberated over a set of impressive applications for membership. There is value and honor in the traditions that you and those before you have followed. And tonight, I have a question for all of you on stage. I want you to think about what you will do, what part you will play in solving problems in this world. When you think about this question and you think about how you'll be answering it, you will be upholding the honor that comes tonight with the recognition. You are the people who are going to improve our world. I am confident that you will be taking an active role in solving the world's problems and guiding us towards positive change. On behalf of your teachers, I am proud of each and every one of you. You are the leaders, the role models, and beginning tonight, each of you are stewards of the mission of membership in the National Junior Honor Society. Cherish this opportunity to lead, honor this opportunity to serve. And students, I thank you for setting a high bar on our expectations, not only for the students who will follow you, but for what I expect of you as well. Congratulations on achieving this distinguished honor.
Mrs. Fox and Mr. Clemenson will now present the new members with their Junior Honor Society certificates. Will the first row please rise? Dante Zangrillo.
We're telling them to pose.
Brianna Quiros. Sophia Solano Cruz. Liam Sutton. Zachary Himmelfarb. Christian Cruz. Lauren Emidio. Elijah Amos. Second row, please rise. Daycal Burkle. Sophia Corridor. Zoe Engeldrum. April Feliciano. Kenneth Linez. William Mendel. Max Mielenhausen. Jamie Moore. Aiden O'Brien. Christian Pensa. Amy Prado. First row, please rise. At this time, Mrs. Fox will swear in our new members.
Students, please hold up your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, citizenship, and character.
Congratulations, students remain standing. Congratulations to all our new Honor Society members and to all of the parents, family members, and friends who have helped along the way. Each of these students realizes that they will not be sitting in these positions of honor tonight without your guidance and support. They would like to say thank you with a special token of appreciation. Before we close our ceremony this evening, I need to express a few thank yous. First and foremost, to the Faculty Council Committee for their dedication and commitment to our students during the selection process. Let's have a special round of applause for our honors band led by Mr. DeMore. Thank you to Mike Lloyd, our AV coordinator, for his time in coordinating the lights. Thank you to Kathy Dayton for her beautiful stage design. A thank you to our custodial staff for all of their help. A special thank you to my secretary, Ann Kuhn. Another special thank you to Lori O'Halloran. Lastly, a thank you to the middle school administrators, Mr. Shug and Ms. Fox. Their assistance was invaluable to overseeing our selection process. And finally, thank you to our new members. Will you please stand up? Congratulations on your milestone achievement. We look forward to your continued success and leadership.